Okay,
So
so
dapper.
last time you guys went through the castle, went through the inner sanctum, and you found multiple spirits. Graves got his first spirit in terms of roleplay and scenario, as well as Hal got another spirit duo they're trying to hunt down. Today, you guys decided to go investigate the bell tower. So you all huddled up together, and this time Balsam has grabbed the teleporting jewel. Upon doing so, you teleport with the calling
I don't.
stone to 12, where you've zipped off, buckling your knees and all, where now you have arrived in a bloody locker room. Graves, when you get here, you notice this place is staunchly painted with red blood.
This is quite disturbing. Real quick. Balsam, I would much appreciate if you would hand over the sending the transportation stone. Um, I do not believe it in our best interests for you to hold on to it at this current moment.
Well, only the person who teleported us here can teleport us back, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a bit too late to speak up.
Well, that is a problem I'll have
Well,
to
if you
bring up.
want to hold it now, you can. It's just, it'll
That is a
be
problem I'll have to
useless.
bring up to superiors. Yes, of course. I will make a mental note of that one.
Oh, we
All
can't
right.
control how the magic works.
So the guild and the military have more power within it than any of us do. It is quite a complicated system. No. Why is this room covered in blood?
As you
He
ask
likes
that,
it.
a blood elemental walks over to you and says, "Well, hello. I think I can answer that question for you."
You are disturbing.
Nah, he's a nice guy.
I'm nowhere ever disturbing. I'm simply a person that takes advantage of the situation. Excellent feasting for me. And he rubs his hand across the locker, smearing away the blood, and then just absorbs it. Such nutrition.
That is creepy. That is creepy.
Is it any less creepy
Why?
than you munching on dead food to put down your gullet to then fuse into your body throughout your digestive tract to shit it out later in the day?
Yes. No. It is quite more weird than that. Yes. Quite. Your blood is on the outside of your body.
He's a
And
blood
for-
elemental.
And for any other species to ever exist, pretty much, that usually means one singular thing, and that singular thing is usually death. So the fact that you are talking to me is just it's quite an amalgamation of weird and unnatural, but at the same time it's a little bit cool. I'm not going to lie to you, it's a little bit cool.
While you say weird, I say it's the joy of living. After all, I could, if you want, I could thoroughly show you what it's like to live with the blood outside of your body.
No, I prefer to keep my blood on the inside. I prefer to keep it where it belongs. You know, it's very much just a preference.
Oh,
His
hello,
blood is
Hal.
quite
It's
valuable
been
if you're
some
interested.
time since I've last saw you.
Also.
How are you doing?
Who did he say that to?
Hal. He
Mm.
just kind of like grabs Hal's hands and like holds them up together.
Been fine. You know, exploring the castle more. So you know how it is.
As he's grabbing your hands, you see the blood is like twirling between your wind, and is like now spiraling in your body a little bit as he as he like takes
Yeah.
his hands away. There's just blood circulating throughout your body as a liquid
Nice.
within the wind.
Neat.
I feel the force.
But yes, we must be going, friend. Got more to explore.
Very well. So as you continue out into the arena, Graves, for the first time you're seeing this arena. Literally looks like a gladiatorial arena that you're walking up the staircase, and on each and every brick is the written name of one person who's died here.
There is a number of people who have died in this place. What is this? Some sort of a combat arena?
Yes, we fought in here a couple times.
You have fought in here?
Yes.
False?
Swear.
False.
Yeah.
You think me not capable of combat?
You said it, not me.
I have slain many throughout my travels across this world.
And I am sure that you have the belief of you doing so. Sure of it.
Very well, my friend. The day
It's
will
what-
come.
It's where I got slush from.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you, I mean, Hal, you seem like a formidable fighter. Hal, you seem quite dexterous and
Hmm.
forward, and you seem quite dexterous and fortified, I guess you would say. Yeah,
I
I guess you
wouldn't
would
say fortified, but agile, yes. And Graves, I have a question for you.
And what's that?
Have you not met a lot of elementals?
They don't uh, they don't come up much in the where I come from, and to be fair, I've spent much of my life training either in the military or for this uh for this job. So can't really say that I have. I mean, you are the first. You are what a of the Ganassi race?
Yes, I am an Air Genasi.
Yes. See, I've met like two Ganassi in my 30 some odd years of life. I've I mean I've met or well battled against a couple of fire elementals back in my youth, but never met is that an elemental made of blood?
Yes. Throughout this castle, there will be areas, bars, and safe areas. A lot of them are, I wouldn't say controlled, but they're guarded by very friendly elementals
Ah, so this
of
is
all
something that
kinds.
this is something that I should get used to seeing around the castle. These elementals and amalgamations of
The elements,
different.
yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
That's why they seem pretty friendly with me. I'm pretty close to them. I'm not exactly an elemental, but elemental enough
No,
that they share a
correct,
kinship.
correct. You are quite, quite, quite akin to elemental adjacent.
Yes, but not completely elemental.
Well, I mean, I guess it is
You're like a
somewhat
distant
far
relative.
from weirder, far from one of the weirdest sights that I've ever been witness to. But I guess that's something I should just get used to with this castle up here, I presume. They did not tell me about all of this when I was coming here. It was not in any reports. It was not in any field documents. It was in no maps. I swear, you and your group have done a bang-up job of documenting this castle and its many, many mysteries.
We have more mysteries to say.
It was sarcasm.
Well, some things you have to see for yourself. And I'll say while we're having this conversation, we're heading up towards the bell tower.
Okay, so
Yeah, this is all. This is a conversation.
as you've been having this conversation, you exit the arena, go through the junction point, go throughout the chapel, and you climb up the spiral staircase to the right of you. Upon doing so, you travel through the right hallway, and as you come to the right hallway, you come to a junction point. You can go right or upward. You can go up a spiral staircase that leads you through a multi-platformed room where there are multiple statues on both sides of different dragooners.
Dragooners?
Dragon knights.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
They fight with a pike and ride a wyvern. They're known to
Gotcha.
literally leap out of the sky and use momentum of gravity and speed to come down and slice an opponent in half. And then jump all the way
Nice.
back up to their dragon.
Interesting.
They possess...
And
Oh, sorry. They usually possess powers over wind.
mm,
And what's the other way?
The other way is just towards the right.
Just towards the right.
Leads to a small corridor.
have we been to that corridor before?
You have
I think
not.
we have. Oh.
I
Let's
think it's an
go.
old area.
Yeah, let's go to the corridor first then.
As you go to the corridor, you enter a small room that looks like a confessionary. It looks like a confessionary booth, where there is a priest on the other side of the confessionary booth sitting.
Odd. Does he, like, regard or say anything when we enter?
Nope.
Oh,
I
creepy.
will actually make my way towards said confessionary booth.
Yeah, figured.
But first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast protection. Or 1 second. I'm gonna throw out my divine sense, the one that gives me the
Detecting good or evil.
Yeah. Or if anything is setting off my light sense.
You just see a creature in front of you that is sitting on the chair on the other side of the confessionary that appears to have some kind of radiance to them.
All right, I will make my way over toward the confession booth.
I'll follow him, but I won't get too close to, like, I guess, interrupt or disturb him if he's gonna do a whole confession thing.
Are you going to enter the confession
Does
booth?
anything happen as we get closer to it?
Huh?
You said there was somebody on the outside, a priest, right?
I said there was a priest on the inside, and I said the only thing you see is the priest on the inside that has some sort of radiance to him.
Yep, then I'll step inside.
As you step inside, the door shuts closed.
I'll sit down. I assume there's a chair to sit down on, or a bench.
You sit down, and there is a grated wooden grate beside you that then slides open.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Dear son of whatever religion you are of, let me temper you for a moment. And you see a wood hand morph out of the wood and touch your head. Son of Lavender, as he puts his hand off of you and morphs back into the wood, be calm, my son. Speak your merry, wary ways, and let your credence be lifted up to the heavens. Give up your chaos so that order may restore your vigor and life. What weighs upon your sin? What anchor have you brought to me today?
My anchor is with myself. I have, since joining this group, this party, this amalgamation of current friends, I have found myself doubting their abilities and allowing that doubt to extend into my words, hurtful words. I believe I've made some misjudgments, judgments nonetheless, of my fellow comrades, judgments that I am not fit to make.
You seek forgiveness.
Yes, I seek forgiveness for tampering with the order of my party.
Then I believe you're seeking forgiveness in the wrong spot. You're seeking forgiveness from a deity of order. The only way that we can restore order to the world is by doing it ourselves. Giving something order. If you want to restore it, then do so on your own terms, not through me.
Thank you for your insight and your wisdom. I beseech thee, O morning Lord.
The doors then slide back open, and you're allowed to leave.
Rose hands up.
Oh,
Seems a little lighter, like
Hmm.
just like a weight's been taken off of them.
so
think he
what was
lost
in
weight.
there?
It was quite illuminating.
Did you
What's
lose weight?
Uh, in a way, also in a way.
what was in there?
A priest.
Priest. Like
Yes.
what he do?
A confessional. It was a confessional priest who allowed me to state my sins. He did. It seemed as if he may have been in a way, a non-denominational priest, if you will. Didn't specifically cater to one god. Instead, his he morphed his hand through the wood and touched my forehead. And as soon as he did, he knew the god that I worshipped and was able to become a conduit or a relay point for the thunder of the morning lord.
Interesting. Well, I
I
don't
learned
really. Go ahead.
I learned that if I wish to set order right, I must do it myself. This is what I'm going to do. So from here on out, none of you will need to worry about filling out reports or any of the like social official paperwork, any of that. I know it's not in any of your wheelhouses or thoughts of actually doing. So I will take care of it all. Don't you worry about it. Because the only way that order will be restored is if I do it myself. So don't you worry about it. I will report everything to our commanders and our superior officers. And yes, that
I
way it will
cannot.
get done.
If you
I
say
must do
so.
my own reports.
Yeah, Balsam likes writing reports, right, Balsam?
My elder will get mad at me if I don't have a record of where I'm currently at. So I
So
must do the reports.
out of
Mm.
character, real quick, Terror. Before I make the
What's up?
statement, how detailed are your reports in character?
Okay. When it comes to like monsters and probably like specific places, he probably isn't too detailed, but names, certain behaviors from every single beast is very detailed. Typically like behaviors, speech patterns,
Okay.
and relationship between party. Like everything that the party has done with each other, he's written down.
Okay, I'm gonna have a talk with you out of character.
All right.
Because these are all things that Graves will have read every single note from the party book.
With that said,
But all right,
you resumed the spiral staircase. Shall you go up it?
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
As you go up the spiral staircase, seeing the many different dragoons and paladin dragoons going up over the ages and years. First there was Genasi's, then there was Dragon Newts, then Dragonborns, and then eventually humans.
Do I recognize any holy symbols?
You recognize that most of them belong to Bahamut.
That makes sense. That I don't know why I even asked. That makes total sense.
Dragon Knights, belonging to Bahamut, the Dragon God?
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, hey.
Would you like to join us, Aurora?
She's on her way home, I believe.
Okay.
Probably why she actually won't talk.
Okay, well, she can just listen until she gets here. So, after which you then get to the top and you come to a junction point. You can go right, however, the right side is blocked by an obsidian statue of a man holding two plates. And above you is the bell tower. However, the bell tower contains only ladders that have been hastily nailed together.
Okay.
This obsidian statue, you said it's holding two plates?
Yes.
Okay.
It's an obsidian statue of a butler that is holding two plates, and that is holding one plate in each hand. And as it's holding these plates, it just kind of looks like it's waiting.
Does it have anything on either of the plates, or is there any, like, words written around it?
There is a placard that is in the bottom of its feet that says, "Grounded to me, I serveth only the best and finest of meals. But grounded to you, I may serve to you something that appears to be anything."
Appears to be what?
Anything.
I didn't get the last part. Anything.
Grounded to me, it'll serve the most delicious meal. Grounded to you, it will serve something that looks like anything. The plates, does it look like if something went onto one of them, it would fall toward him? Does it look like one plate is out a little bit farther than the other?
No.
They're both they're both pretty evenly out in front.
Yes.
How high up are the plates?
The right plate is the highest, and the left plate is the lowest. It looks like he's holding one in high regard, and the other one sort of like close to his chest, as if this is a side dish.
So...
You know when waiters come out and they bring your entree and they hold it up high, and like many editions of like TV and such?
So, possibly, we have to put something of great wealth or finery on the top one, and possibly just about anything on the second plate.
Yeah, so...
And how high up is the lowest plate?
Well, the statue is quite large for blocking the whole area, but The lesser plate is about like 4 feet, and then the taller plate is about 6 feet.
Oh. So I could easily jump up there if I wanted to. That's what I was wondering of. I'm gonna. How big is the plate? Is it big enough for me to stand on?
No.
Oh. Hmm. Gonna try throwing some gold up onto the highest plate.
Okay. You toss some gold onto it, but nothing happens.
Hmm.
I'm gonna reach in my bag and pluck out an apple and try to toss it up there.
You toss an apple up and nothing happens. Instead, when you toss the apple up, the plate then glows for a brief moment of white, bright light before the gold and the apple have been fused together into a golden apple.
Oh.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yes, quite indeed.
Hmm.
I have an idea. I'm gonna toss. One second, let me just make sure I have. Yeah, I'm gonna toss my flail and some gold up onto the shelf, up onto that shelf. That's that plate, that same high plate.
As you do so, immediately when they touch, the flail and the gold merge, and so does the golden apple. And upon doing so, you have a new weapon.
So I have a golden apple flail.
You have a seeded flail.
Uh,
Oh,
and
interesting.
hmm.
Let me
Quite interesting.
get this thing for you real quick.
That doesn't put us anywhere closer into figuring out the puzzle of how to get the statue out of the way.
Is the statue like literally in the way? Like we can't get past this point without moving the statue?
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta find out a way to like get it to move, or I doubt we can move it ourselves physically. It's gotta be some kind of like puzzle or something to get it to
Can I
shift.
can I insight check the thing to try to like see if I can't get a I don't want to say hint, but like
A
an
clue.
clue as to what we're missing with this.
One moment.
That insight?
Insight or investigation, either one.
I'm just making your weapon real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, we got 2 characters with golden weapons now, huh?
I was about to say two, but yeah, I get it now. My weapons already have like attributes and everything, so I don't think I can put anything more on them.
Almost done.
Yeah, good.
You guys want to talk about anything while I'm doing so?
Oh, not that I could think of at the moment.
Yeah,
Y'all like
Yeah.
jazz?
God damn it.
actually, yes.
I just look
No.
at Balsam. It's like, I'm not playing you any jazz. I have a violin, not any jazz instruments.
A violin?
Yes.
Have you ever played it?
A couple of times, yes.
Oh
I'm
shit.
I've played trumpet for the last. I'm 27
Oh no,
now.
I thought you. Oh, okay, not me personally, but Hal, yes. Me
Yeah.
Oh
personally, no.
no, me personally, I'm on two. I'm in the soundtrack for two major motion pictures.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard of a movie called August Rush.
Oh yes, I loved that movie.
I am actually in the symphony that's at the end of the movie.
Aw, hell yeah, dude.
My private instructor. I'm on that, and I'm on the soundtrack for Star Wars Episode 8.
Oh.
My trumpet teacher, my private instructor, he played on the soundtrack for Star Wars Episode 2, and so was able to help me get auditions for the couple of roles that I was able to get.
Do you play trumpet?
Nice.
Nice.
Uh, I haven't in a few years because I currently do not have two front teeth, so
Mm,
I don't have the backbone for me to play trumpet. But once I get my teeth back, I plan on getting back into it. Yes, because my fiance Tyler or Ty has never heard me play.
oh.
I lost my teeth back about 6 years ago and haven't been able to play since.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate. I wish I could play an instrument.
So, who'd you piss off?
Actually, so I first lost my teeth originally when I was in third grade, being
Mhm.
chased by a bully on the playground and ran into a set of like your metal like gymnast style bars on the playground.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I ran into a set of those and busted my two front teeth to a point where I could still get caps and crowns. And then in seventh grade, I got into a fight and I got hit in the jaw and then hit the ground at just the right angle where because of me playing trumpet for the last number of years, I uh, I hit the ground at just the right angle and knocked them the rest of the way out, and I was on retainers ever since. And about 6 years ago, I had what was lovingly referred to as inverted braces. I had a pair of two front
Mm,
teeth that were hooked to wires that went along the back of my top row,
mm-hmm.
and to hook to brackets that hooked to my back two teeth. And then uh, one of the brackets popped one day when I was eating a piece of apple. And then the second bracket popped a few weeks later. What the hell?
Okay.
Seeing your weapon?
So
No.
your new weapon is ready.
Yes. Yes, I do see this.
I don't mean to interrupt your story, but you have the seeded flail now. The flail will constantly give off the scent of apples. When doing so, the sweet scent will pacify targets if they are hit a certain amount of times with it. Creature hit if it is smaller 3 times, medium 5 times, 7 times for large, and 15 times for huge. When pacified, a creature is under a pseudo charm state, where they are very docile and up for persuasion, but unlike charm, will not obey your commands directly.
Hmm.
Huh, interesting. My flail just became really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and just reach up and grab it off and this is different.
Hmm.
He swings it around a few times, and the scent coming off is Fuji apples right now.
Similarly, a different flail appears on the lower plate.
Oh. I'm gonna look at the other flail while he's admiring his new one. What's the lower one look like?
1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
You find a flail with a lantern on it.
Ooh, fun.
Hmm. Well, I can't even use a flail, so. Wait, what? What kind of weapon is a flail?
Whale's
Is it?
martial. No,
Single-handed.
flail's is simple. No, it's a martial.
Mm,
Was
I don't
it
have.
simple? Here, 1 second, I'll check.
It's
Martial melee. Martial melee.
mm, I don't have proficiency in martial for some reason.
What are you, a monk?
Yeah, but for some reason I only have proficiency in a short sword and simple weapons. I don't have proficiency in martial for some reason.
Do you wish to pick it up?
I'll pick it up still, yeah.
You've obtained a new weapon.
I thought monks are proficient in martial weapons.
If you get
No,
far.
because monk weapons are only simple.
Mm.
So you have gotten
There is
ferryman.
no.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Put a caption under this.
The ferryman's flail, I believe, right?
Yes. So you have the ferryman's flail. I know it says 40, but don't look at that. It's a Pathfinder thing.
Yeah.
So you have a lantern of light that provides a bright light of 20 feet radius of dim light for an additional 20 feet that only you can see. As an action while holding this flail, you can create a flash of light that casts an ethereal shadow from all creatures standing in a 40-foot radius around you. Each creature has then a choice of a radius must succeed a wisdom save, or that shadow becomes sentient and goes to attack them.
Mm. Why do I always get the spooky stuff?
Because you're a spooky little guy.
You see like this long pole of this like long wooden pole that would normally have a lantern of a ferryman attached to it, and it has just a lantern that it has like an ethereal soul inside of it, gnawing away.
Interesting.
Oh, whoa! You seem to get a really nice flail as well. Mine smells really good.
This one seems a bit spooky.
Interesting. No, I mean this whole castle is quite.
I kind of like hold it
Spooky
out
and
towards
creepy.
him to feel the like soul that's in there.
I'll reach out and grab. I'll hook my new flail onto my hip, where I have it holstered already, and I'll grab the secondary flail as well, the ferryman's one. Oh, you're right. This has an eerie feeling to it.
As you grab it, it feels almost like a cold chill is ripped up your spine and down it, and you feel a sense of uneasiness when holding it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna hand it right back to her, or back to Hal. My apologies.
I don't feel that.
You don't have a spine.
Dang, someone just ripped that shit out. That's crazy.
True. True. That's funny though.
Yeah, that carries a very dark and you see him like have a full body chill, creepy. To it.
Eh,
You can hold on.
I'm used to it at this point. I seem to attract spooky stuff for some reason.
Whatever the case may be, I still wanted to insight or investigation check this statue to try to get some sort of a clue as to what we might be missing in terms of being able to move it.
Well, roll me insight.
16.
It is a butler, so you could consider that plates are looking like they're made for dinner plates.
Hey, Balsam.
What's up?
I think I have a fun idea. You want to use your gray illusion prowess and make it look like there's some fine dinner on these plates. A finer one up top and just a regular dinner on the lower one.
Okay, let's take a look at the breaks. The memory I got. I remember visiting a deli in a city a couple miles west of here. It was a plain sandwich. Ham, cheese, pickles, and then nothing else. It was quite dry. That will be on the lower plate.
Upon roll me a deception check.
You ever had a peanut butter and pickle sandwich?
What?
Roll me a deception check.
What did you just tell me?
Peanut
That's
butter and
24.
pickle sandwich.
You said 24?
Yep.
You make it appear like there is a super shitty deli sandwich on the bottom plate, and on the top appears to be on 2 pieces of rye bread is succulently smoked and seared dragon meat with decadent smoked cheese that has been aged for a couple of years, some quippy mayo, and as well as some scallions.
Quippy mayo?
Oh, Kewpie mayo. It's a type
Kewpie
of
mayo.
Japanese mayo.
Oh, okay.
Kewpie
I
mayo,
don't do mayo, so.
some scallions, and some fried crab. As
Damn.
well as
You know, that sandwich does sound quite fucking delicious.
with a citrus drizzle.
What is it on?
It's on rye
What kind
bread.
of bread is it? Oh.
Can you not have rye bread?
Sounds like ciabatta. Fucking something like ciabatta bread.
Oh, it's a fine rye though. Very fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. A fine rye can be really good.
Upon
Does
doing
anything
so,
happen?
the plates then glow as the sandwiches appear to become real, and upon doing so, the plates lower to equal, and they present it to Balsam.
Oh.
Well, you created a Balsam.
Time for
He'll
you
take
to eat
both
up.
and shove them straight down his mouth.
As you eat the dragon
What
sandwich,
should we do with shit?
you now have the ability to breathe fire from your mouth for 1 breath attack, and you have heated insides now, so in case you get hit with cold damage, you have resistance.
I like how you just literally mixed fire and fucking poison shit with me. Like, my natural shit is poison, but you just give me fire shit.
You just turned into a noxious You just turned into a
In
noxious
the-
explosion of a person.
And the shitty sandwich that you eat is extremely dry, and upon doing so, you feel that it is very hard to talk, like you need some water down your throat, and by doing so, you have the ability to breathe out a noxious breath of poison.
Okay, so you get
Oh,
more
yeah.
poison.
You basically can cover now a 50-foot room with a poison breath.
Holy shit! All right, so we've got
Fuck.
we've got
One breath. You get
alright,
one poison breath with that. It's noxious breath.
Yeah.
Please excuse my horrible joke for a moment.
What's up?
But Balsam, please don't turn the next room we enter into a gas chamber.
Oh, what?
Horrible.
At least let us not be in the room.
Horrible.
Yeah, like don't turn this next room into a gas chamber. All right, I'm hesitant to end this joke. I'm hesitant to say the rest of this joke.
Yeah, you can stop right there,
I
Buckaroo.
Yeah, I think so.
Before you commit any genocides, now
I like
moving
dark
on,
humor.
the statue then moves,
You can commit genocide?
and it then takes a step backwards beside the wall as you may now enter this area. By the way, is Aurora here yet?
Uh, no, I believe she probably has just left work. I think she's listening in still.
Mhm.
Okay.
Probably.
We got our ears.
I will.
Yeah,
I will stop you.
high five Balsam.
I will stop you at a certain
Slap.
point in this new area because it leads to the center. It leads to a cemetery with the body that she was going to show you. So I want to leave that to her. So I'll stop you at a certain point if we get into that area.
Okay.
I
mean, we still have the other side. This is one side. We still have like the opposite side to explore, if anything.
Do you wish to move forward?
What did you say was on the opposite side again of the statue?
The statue moved away, and now you are able to move forward.
Oh, there wasn't any other place before the statue? I thought there was like something opposite of the statue.
There was the ladders that were hastily nailed together that you could climb up over a large tower that led to a bell that goes through a bell tower, or you can go through this area past the statue, which you solved the puzzle for, and upon doing so, we're not able to go forward.
What do you guys think?
Someone is echoing.
I'm sorry, I kind of. Me, is it?
You cut out, my friend.
Oh. Is it me?
It's what?
Well, we can.
Yeah, it's me. Give me a second.
He's resetting his thing.
Let's see. Does this fix the issue?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it
you
does.
sound good.
That dope.
We're asking whether you want to try to go up the shoddily built ladder or continue on past the statue that moved away.
Let's head up. We've been wanting to go to the bell tower for a while. Let's head up. Let's try to head up the ladder.
I'll try going up the ladder first. If I fall, I can cast levitate on myself to not die. And I'm a monk.
Any chance you have mending?
Slush just kind of
I do.
stops you before you do, and kind of grabs your shoulder and steps in front of you and like waves his hand like, no. Instead, he walks over and he casts floating disc, and then kind of like ushers you to step on the floating disc.
Okay, yeah, good point, buddy. I step on
How
the floating
tall?
disc.
How tall does the ladder go?
The ladders connect together to go up 150 feet.
Oh.
All right. Well, she's floating disc. I'm gonna pop out my draconic wings and fly myself up there as well.
Oh, nice.
Balsam, do you wish to fly on your own, or you want to hitch a hike ride?
Oh
on
yeah, I
the
would
disc?
be level with Haltis.
So you're gonna hitch a ride with Hal?
No,
That'd be
he's
like,
flying. He's just
yeah.
slightly
lined up with
above
him.
me. Yeah.
Okay, so as you're flying, Slush and Hal are floating up on the disc, and as you are all going up, you eventually slowly go up this tower. As going up this tower, you can tell that it is well built and well maintained, as the brickwork is very solid here. It appears to be a 4-layered brickwork that all interconnects together to create a super stable bell tower. And as you see, there are multiple birds that have made their nesting areas here. Some are small birds, some are large birds. You see an eagle and a crow adjacent to each other.
You said an eagle and a crow?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of birdies up here.
Please.
A crow goes ow at you.
Oh, wait, actually. Oh, it's an actual crow.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a statue of a crow. Oh.
That's what I thought too.
Imagine the typical screeching eagle just screeches at you. Screech!
Yeah.
Balsam, as this happens, flaps over to you. Roll me an animal handling, Balsam.
You got it. Nice. That's an 18.
Okay, there is a hawk on your shoulder now.
Well, hello there, beautiful. He'll pat it.
You gonna pat it while you're flying?
Oh, he just hopped right on me while I was flying. Okay.
Yeah, he's
He's a courageous bird.
He's on your shoulder.
No, he'll focus on flying and just look at it and say, hello there, friend.
It just screeches at you and just continues to sit there.
Well, I guess I've become a perch today.
Got a new
Got
friend
this.
there, Balsam.
Just perching on
Yes.
Balsam.
Yes. Was that what Graves said, or?
Yeah, I was asking Cactus if they were just perching on you.
Yeah, just perching on him.
Hmm.
It's quite a large hawk.
Seems as if you got a couple of new friends, Balsam.
Ah, yes. New guardians. Oh, wait. Well, let's see.
Maybe
I
they
sense
think
the
you're a
light in them?
statue.
Can I sense the light in them?
And the hawk?
Yep.
Yeah.
Does it look dim, like he's an evil hawk, or
Chicken hawk.
It seems dim, but only because it's undead.
Oh.
oh, okay. Oh, that is not alive, Balsam.
Oh, that probably explains its adamancy to be near me.
Yes, it is. The light inside of it is quite dim. It's not evil, but it's not alive either.
Yeah, it may be attracted to me. Not on the third day I was within this castle, I was given the ability to use necromantic powers.
Oh, I mean that's okay. I'm part of a very rare select few of Dragonborn that have been known to breathe a necrotic poison myself.
Ah. Although it is a shame because my friend the next day took it away from me.
You mean a green Dragonborn or black?
Green.
Upon doing so, you
Green.
all
Ooh.
make it up to a platform here of wood. And as you step on the wooden platform, there is a... You can go left, or you can keep going up a staircase. But when you are done, perching on your shoulder as you look back is a hawk, but doesn't look like any hawk you've ever seen before.
Mm-mm.
Can I make a check?
Oh, you don't have to
Yeah,
make
I
a
would
check.
like to as well.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can make a check. I'm just gonna show you.
Oh.
Nice.
What kind of check is it?
No, he's gonna show us a picture of it.
Have you ever played Diablo
I have concerns.
2? It's a Bloodhawk.
Ooh, it's a blood. Fuck yeah, it is. Fucking go.
Okay.
I love fucking Bloodhawks in Diablo 2.
I gotta try and actually play Diablo 2. I started but never fucking keep going.
No, I want to get Diablo 4 and Baldur's Gate 3.
I'd say wait until like the first season comes out.
Yeah, a Baldur's Gate. I plan on it.
No. Diablo 4.
Oh, Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Oh, see, the thing is, I'm not one for a seasons person. Like I know they're there, but I won't like buy a season pass for the game or anything, not unless I really like it. Like, I've only done the Fortnite season pass a few times myself.
Okay. Well, if you like the previous games, it's basically the same shit. Just
I mean, I
there's,
love
like,
Diablo
certain
3.
things.
Diablo 3 is my favorite.
You see a Bloodhawk in front of you.
Oh, I was thinking of a different Bloodhawk.
Dope. Dope. Fucking sick.
Do you wish to take a ride as well?
How big is this thing?
It's a medium-sized creature.
And it's just on Balsam's shoulder.
Yep.
Well.
But it was a regular hawk before we entered into here, right?
No, I just said it was a hawk. I didn't tell you what kind of hawk it was.
Oh.
Oh,
Valid.
Awesome. Do you want to keep interacting with that hawk? If not, I think I might enjoy the companionship of that myself.
Well, if it means no harm, I guess it's
Well,
fine.
yeah, of course, if it means no harm, that's natural order to things. If it tries to harm us, then it must natural selection, survival of the fittest.
Which, then I guess it is time that I decide on a name.
Alfonso.
Season 2?
Alfonso.
Alfonso?
Al for short.
The Bloodhawk just kind of like pecks your armor and then flies away.
Oh.
No, come back, young hawk.
Yeah, maybe we'll see him on our way back.
Maybe. To the left or up the stairs, y'all.
I also realized we could have just chased it and just grabbed it.
No, that's not be mean. But
That's not me. I wouldn't recommend that, especially with the creature we know nothing about.
I guess that's true.
I do have a quick question. How's Tarkus?
Tarkus be chilling. He's swimming right now in your chest. Just
How is Slush?
Slush is fine. He
He's-
floated up on the disc.
Yeah.
Right, that's right. Slush floated on the disc. I forgot because he had technically went unconscious last session.
Healed him.
Balsam read him a bedtime story, and I spent the night
Yeah, we
with
all
him.
healed him. We all fucking healed him.
I know. Poor boy. He'll be okay.
Hell, even Graves, not knowing the poor Ice Devil, threw fucking healing into him.
He got punched hard.
Yeah, he did.
Well, I mean, Hal did tell you protect him, and he'll protect you.
So, shall we make our way to the left or up the stairs?
I look at Balsam.
Graves will start. All right, fine. Marching to the left.
I give Balsam another high five.
High five. Slap. Trot along.
Yeah, we go to the left.
There is an order to things, and in order, sometimes one person must take charge and lead when no one else shall. So, to the left we go.
Yep.
Okay, so
Definitely getting a very stuck up-ish vibe, but like stuck up, but just because that's the only way he knows vibe.
Yeah.
as you go left,
We got that a long time ago.
You continue down a hallway, and as you continue down a hallway, it's very long, and as you look out the windows of this hallway, you are extremely high up off the ground.
Yeah.
Like, you can look over and see the whole forest and the area below you of where you came in. The castle's huge. And then, as you begin to get closer towards the room, you smell the sweet aroma of sizzling meat and vegetables.
Balsam will say Haltis, and then he'll be like, Haltis, where is it?
Yeah,
Is he
Balsam?
gagged in some good food?
I'm flying in that direction.
Oh, okay, all right. I mean, Graves is right behind you. It's been a while since he had good food. Military doesn't serve good food.
So are you going
Hal
to
just
follow?
Yep, we're heading towards the scent of food.
yeah, Hal just casually
Okay,
kind of
1
shaking
minute.
his head.
Is this a new bar?
You enter, and upon entering, I have to look at my notes real quick. Upon entering, you find a chef that is preparing across a decorative kitchen, preparing food, and you see it's just a large room that is filled with a large kitchen, and there is a small table and some chairs, and he's just preparing food, appears for himself. There are glass windows surrounding this whole area, and each glass window appears to be covered in some kind of magic, giving a different view of the castle.
Is there a table
I told you
with
there's
chairs?
I told you there's a table with chairs.
Balsam will sit there, and a spoon and a fork will appear in both his hands, and he will basically tap the table and say, wait, he will place down 2 gold pieces, because he's not rude, and then will drum the table and say, I believe I am ready to eat.
I'm gonna cast out my light sense.
Oh, for I didn't know that we had guests today, but guests appear nonetheless out of nowhere. For a chef I shall be, and for great food and tasting you shall have.
I'm gonna throw out my light sense.
This is what you see in front of you. I'm posting a picture of it.
Oh, Cactus Knight. It's you, Cactus.
Oh,
That's you.
Welcome, my dear friends, to my kitchen. This is the most wonderful and glorious of occasions. What you see is appearing to be a great knight, or a great shield knight, that is wearing cactus armor, and has a long flourish of flowers above his head where his helmet would be. And he has his shield pressed down, and he instead is wearing a chef's hat. And upon doing so, he is preparing for you some food. Particularly, he is preparing stuffed beef cactuses with a honey sauce.
If there were ever an NPC that was actually a DMPC, this is him.
It is
That's
stuffed.
him for real, for
It
real.
is slices of cactus that have been. It's like cactuses that have been hollowed out, and then inside have beef, veggies, all kinds of like a honey glaze sauce on the inside, mixed together and then baked like stuffed peppers inside of an oven. And then afterwards, come out. You take the shell off of the cactus, and he then takes the cactus, re-roasts it, and brings out to you as very crispy, like very crunchy, crispy cactus.
Excuse me.
Why, yes.
Do you have any vegan options?
What?
Vegan, you say? I do believe I have something that could work just the same. And he walks over
Yep,
to.
guys, I'm vegan. Get used
How
to
are
it.
you so big?
Love it.
It makes no sense. How are you so big?
That's
he
why
walks
he's so pompous.
over to a small creature that you can see.
No, I'm just kidding. I can't do that one. I can't do it. Fuck it. Nope, never mind. Just forget I said
What?
anything. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't even role play vegan.
Well, you're a vegan
Oh. I
now. So what happens is he walks over to a creature
Too
that
late.
looks
Get it.
like he walks over to a creature that looks
Cannon.
like a cow, but this cow looks like a cactus. And upon doing so, he slices a chunk out of it, and it goes. And he then begins to place a slab on a baking sheet, covering it with butter, and begins to toast it and fry it up while dicing and slicing through it.
You can't use butter.
Too bad.
He
He doesn't know
uses
what vegans are, so this
he
is his best
uses
option.
he uses vegetable oil.
Butter's not vegan.
He slices it down to almost chopping it, and then lets the multiple slits of meat or
What I
multiple
say
slits
this.
of cactus appear there, and he brushes the inside with vegetable oil, and then stuffs the inside of it full of tofu and beans.
Oh, 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 that made me gag in real life.
He fills it with tofu and beans,
Oh,
and then fills it with tomatoes and
say it again.
corn and all kinds of other veggies, and then sautés
Oh,
it
yeah,
with
that does.
chili powder, garlic, and a
Where do you find these things, Cactus?
huh?
Where? Like, well, where do you find these things?
The pictures.
And
Where
so,
do you?
upon
I
doing
find.
so, he bakes in the oven, and his oven is magical, so it can accelerate time. It seems like a very orange oven, very similar to the one that you fought in the Midnight Crew. Um, it pops out, and then it is instantly done as he hands down onto the. As it goes down on the table, it is a large cow cactus slab. It is full vegan, full plant, no meat whatsoever, but it has the texture of meat.
Kind of like how like mushrooms are have like a subtle texture of meat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yes, this is exactly what I was hoping for.
It
Thank you very
smells.
much. And
It smells
he'll
of the
throw down
aroma.
the.
It smells like a taco mixed with a garlic aroma.
Mm.
Might I have a
Italian.
little slice?
Keep your meat poisoned hands away from my food.
Just a little taste. It seems interesting.
By the power of the Morning Lord, order shall be reset when I slice your hands off. Leave my food alone, you.
Ooh, vegan. I don't know. He's gonna come up and steal his plate.
Yeah, she's vegetarian.
I shall have order. Give me my food back, young druid.
It is already in their mouth.
At this point, he's long gone.
Well, it's a lump roast, so it's a 4-pound lump roast.
Damn.
I got a big pumpkin and nobody can fucking see it because of this freaking armor.
Awesome nods.
Well, that was a waste of 3 gold.
I'm home, by the way.
By the
Yes,
way,
I can tell.
Balsam, this is what you get in front of you. You get dragon ribs in front of you.
Aurora
Nom, 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 nom,
raised
nom,
for
nom,
3
nom,
gold.
nom.
I'm gonna order another one of what I just ordered because the bitch stole mine.
He
She paid
turns,
for it.
Balsam turns into the Tasmanian devil and makes all the meat just disappear in a second.
So as you begin
Oh,
to
wow.
chomp on the meat, you bite into it, and immediately the meat falls off the bone without you even having to bite into it. You just suck it off, and upon doing so, it
Oh
melts
my
into
God.
your mouth, cradling
Oh.
into it melt. When I say melt, I mean it literally melts in your mouth, and then
Oh
since
my
each
God.
individual piece breaks
Oh.
apart into tiny pieces,
Fuck.
you can taste the chili peppers and taste the roasted, almost like the roasted seasonings and the
Man.
roasted sweetness of the apples and fruits
Man,
it
I
was
don't
cooked
have
with,
money to get
and
ribs right
sautéed
now,
with.
and you're making me really want.
And then you
No.
taste,
Graves can't even be vegan because, you won't even try it in real life.
and then you taste
No, I
a
won't.
sweet grape sauce over it that has been dipped in and lacquered in, and it fills you with a citrusy flavor, as well as the spiciness comes back for a kick. And as you pull it off the bone, it slides off the bone, and then the bone is supple enough that when you munch, you can crack the bone open and lick the marrow out.
You know, I got a rib in my freezer that I'm planning on cooking this week. I feel like you just forcibly sped me up.
So
Well, this has been quite
he
opening.
hands you
What is
another.
this place called?
He hands you another vegan cactus roast as he chops another chunk out of the cactus cow. Mm.
Cow, it's
First of all,
adorable.
feel pain? Does it feel pain when you do that? Does that hurt him?
Yes,
Oh,
but
no,
don't
Well,
you?
man.
But
what?
don't worry,
Why?
my friend. It will grow back in a few hours.
Okay. Insight check.
Once they grow old, they stop feeling pain.
I'm gonna insight check this motherfucker.
I like the cactus guy.
Motherfucker can.
What'd you get?
I'm trying to pull up my sheet now. Sorry, my phone was acting up.
If it wasn't so spiky, I would pet it, but I know it's spiky.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral? No, I'm like, is he lying when he says that they're gonna grow back, or is he tell the truth?
Oh no, he's telling the truth.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, what is this place called? It's quite odd to see this in the middle of the castle when it's been quite uh chaotic everywhere else.
It is called the Mojave's flower, my friend.
Mojave's flower?
Mm. I'll order whatever Slush wants. Tell Slush get whatever he wants.
So Slush kind of like looks around and he sniffs and he looks to you like, "Are you sure?"
Why? What do you want?
He says, kind of whispers in your ear, "I've heard of humans say of having an apple pie. What is an apple pie?"
What's an apple pie? It's so cute.
"I've never had an apple before and I don't know what a pie is."
Oh, a pie is like a dessert in a way.
"Oh, then I'll pick something else."
Oh, you don't like sweet stuff, Slush.
No, he doesn't want to be rude and have dessert before his meal.
Oh, no, I can't. I tell him no, you can have whatever you want. You've earned it.
He orders an apple pie, and you see the man kind of like pull a lever on the wall, which switches out his current fruit tree for a different fruit tree, where he picks off an apple and begins to dice it up and make a fruit pie.
Slush is adorable. I fucking love apple pie too. It's my favorite pie. And I'll, I guess, get whatever he'd make for me. Tell him go nuts.
He makes for
The
you.
chef's special.
He makes for you the cactus beef thing he was preparing before.
Hmm.
He has a pet.
Oh, he has a pet?
Yeah.
I'll also bring out Tarkus and ask Tarkus if he wants anything.
Tarkus
I'll
just steals a
reach
little
into
bit
my
of
soul and ask.
Balsam's ribs.
I will reach into my soul and see if Primordius Politis wants anything.
For I
I
do
don't
not
know if
require
you
food,
require
my
sustenance or
friend,
heat.
but
That's
your
that was.
I do not
But
require
what?
food, my friend, but your Your request is nice all the same.
Of course. I mean, if you want to be residing in or staying in, or I'm not sure what kind of symbiotic relationship this is that we have, but I mean, if you're going to be, I guess, residing in my soul after you, we should at least get to know you a little bit, correct?
I shall stay here. And with that said, is when you pull out Tarkus and you steal some of Balsam's ribs, you see that there is walking around a pet mechanical fox.
I want to pet it.
You said a pet
What?
mechanical.
Yes.
I want to pet the fox.
It is a constructed fox.
Aurora's gonna drop what she's doing and run over to it.
As you run over to the fox, it like kind of steps back, like freaked the fuck out that you like ran over to it.
She's gonna see this and calm down and like get down on its level, kind of sit on the ground in front of it and just hold a hand out to it, like, "Come here, Sote."
It lets out a fox screech and then skitters away as it puffs out steam from its tail.
I am 1,000% debating using a wild shape on this.
To turn into a fox.
To turn into a fox and chase after.
It crawls up the. It like grabs onto the chef's leg and begins to crawl up his back and like sit on his shoulders.
I'll put down 5 gold.
Yes, I'll put down an additional 2 gold myself. Excuse me. I don't think we actually caught your name.
My name, for you wish to know my name.
Oh, I mean, that would be preferable. Yes.
For my name is Ringo Roganian.
Rungol Rogarian?
Ringo Roganian. I'll spell it.
Ringo Rogarian.
Aurora's gonna put 7 on the table, by the way.
Well, Ringo, would you wouldn't happen to know of the areas around your establishments here, would you?
What did you ask?
You
he
wouldn't
knows-
happen to happen to know anything about the areas surrounding your establishments here, would you? Any of the denizens or the dangers of the surrounding areas?
Give me a moment to think.
Of course. Of course, please take your time.
While I am thinking, what is the matter, Bronze? Are you getting scared by the druid? He just reaches his hand up and scratches the top of its head between the ears, and it lets out a small fox chirp. Like a little chirp / laugh.
He's so cute!
He then picks him up and holds Bronze in his arms, and then like just pets his like back ruffles of his like metal vents as steam puffs out, and he just lets out little laughters of a fox.
Door.
Aurora's gonna turn into a lavender fox.
Yes, you do.
Okay, you've shapeshifted into a lavender fox. Now what?
I want to get the fox to try and play with me.
It seems that the druid wishes to play with you. Are you going to play with your new friend, or are you going to sit here in my arms and sulk? He lets it down, and it just kind of walks over to you, clanking with its feet on the ground, tip tap of metal on the tile, and it sniffs you, and then kind of like looks and walks around you, sniffing,
Mm-hmm.
and then it like goes to like dive at you, bites your shoulder, and runs away.
Oh, it's Blake.
You have. I cannot tell you how much, Cactus. You have officially made my fiance's complete night. It does not matter how bad her entire day has been. You have officially made her entire night with this one little roleplay moment.
Oh,
So
hell yes.
It bit your shoulder and it ran away, and it's like kind of like looking back if you're gonna follow it, and it's like running and sprinting away towards its play area.
She's gonna do like, I'm gonna do a little hop on my front feet and then like chase after him.
Oh.
So as you chase after him into a little play corner where there's like he ducks into a hole, and you see this corner is made up where there's like cloth fencing, like a chain fence almost, but it's cloth on both sides, so you can like climb up the sides. And there's all kinds of like furnishings, ropes and bridges and little like tiers all around it constructed on the inside for him to duck and cover through and roll through the different tunnels and stuff, and platforms for him to jump and go to and play on. He like goes up to, as you come into the play area, he dive bombs you from an upper platform and begins to like rustle around with you, like grabbing onto you, like rolling around in the pillows and blankets and rustling around, then grabbing the blanket and playing with the blanket a bit, and then biting you and running away again, like a play bite. Running through a couple of the tubes and up the bridge. I'm assuming you're following.
Yes, Aurora is definitely chasing after this fox every chance she, like, whenever she would try and catch up, she'll try and nip at his tail a little bit, try and pull him back towards her, try and pounce on him, and just keep going.
Okay, so you're having your fun time over there. He brings out an apple pie towards Slush, and Slush's eyes just widen with glee as he's looking
Aw.
down at it. And he like looks over at you and looks at the pie, and then he just kind of like takes a slice and eats it. And almost if this was an anime kawaii moment, you just see his eyes would light up with stars in them as he takes a bite,
God.
as he is so happy and like, wow.
No. My sweet son.
He looks over at you excitedly as he chews and then swallows and says, "Master, for this is delicious. I've never had something so sweet and delectable. Thank you, sir."
You've
said.
earned it.
As I've said,
He tries to
you
feed
must
you
eat
slice.
a lot.
So while those interactions are going on, Balsam, Graves
What's
is
up?
going to, sitting next to you, he's going to reach over, or he's going to look at you. Balsam, I haven't had the chance to say this yet, and it's more, I've had the chance and have refused to say it. I apologize for the way I've treated you thus far, and he's going to place a hand on your shoulder. I
you
apologize
shouldn't
for
have done
treating you
that.
thus far. You are a valued member of this team, and it would absolutely be a horrible thing to see you go. And he's going to cast Death Ward, just in case.
Death Ward?
Yep. So if you were to hit 0 at any point in the next 8 hours, you instead hit 1.
Oh, nice.
You
Don't
see
mind if
that
I do.
Ivan comes out and begins to, like, just kind of like looks over and then finds a sunny spot to lay down in and just wallows in the sunny spot.
Darkness.
As you cast darkness on an area, what happens is immediately a you see a tube come out of the ceiling that sucks the darkness into it, and the
Fuck.
chef says, "No, no, no, we won't be having any of that in here. I'm very
I
sorry, but I do not allow magical spells to be thrown within my area of my kitchen."
Blossom's gonna have his his
Is the
hands on
death
his
ward?
face.
No, no, no. He means like visual spells
Gotcha. Okay.
to like cover an
Blossom's gonna
area.
have his hands on his face and he's gonna mutter, "This is the I don't know how many times this is I've been denied feeding my child."
He says, "Not to
Well,
worry, I have
well,
just the solution." He takes out from his steampunkish like fridge a thick black icy bar and hands it down to Ivan. "This is a condensed shadow." It's basically a shadow popsicle. And now Ivan is licking
Oh.
this, like he has
Shit.
it between his paws and he's like licking it.
No.
fucking.
Blossom will mage hand for him so he doesn't have to hold it up.
Okay.
Well, I believe this has been quite an interesting stop on our seemingly never-ending adventure in this castle. But I do think it is time that we potentially move on from this area. You never did answer my question, though, Ringo. What do you know of any dangers or denizens? Information about the surrounding areas? Maybe up the stairs a
Well,
bit from the ladder?
I do know of a few of my other artisan friends, or rather brothers of sort. There are a couple of my brothers that exist within this castle that are also artisans like me, for I am the chef of the group. To my knowledge, there are a few others, a smith or two, being that of an armor smith, a weaponsmith, a magic shop salesman, a mining guild, a librarian for sure, and as well as a magic smith. However,
Oh,
we are all stuck within this castle. We came in here to learn our newest traits and ways, and after a few dozen years, we tried to exit, but then could not. So, I would highly ask you, because I do not get many visitors at all, and me and Bronze would very much love to go outside of this wretched place, if you would so kindly as to take us with you.
How would we
Okay.
be able to do that?
This is a spirit, right?
No, you just do it through
No.
the
Yeah.
zone.
well, yeah, no,
Oh.
I was just gonna be like, I mean, that should not be a problem. We usually tend to exit the castle ourselves before the end of the day. We have reports and stuff back at our home base that we must fill out and superiors we must report to. But I do not see why it should be any sort of a problem getting you out of here with us.
Okay. So when you guys leave the castle, he will go with you. Upon doing so, he snaps his fingers. "Dear Bronze, come here." And Bronze gets up from playing with you in a pile of blankets, Aurora, and he dashes over to his master, and dashes over to Ringo, and he like jumps up on his shoulder from his like arm up to like jumping from the floor up to his shoulder, and the springs in his back paws. And he says, "We shall accompany you for the time being." Out of character, they're accompanying you, but if you get in a battle, they're not in the battle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aurora, how do you take this?
So I'm gonna follow Mechanical Fox and kind of weave through the cactus man's feet and kind of yip like excitedly, and then just sit and wait for everybody.
Yep.
I'm staying in my
Yep,
fox
yep.
form. I can tell you this now.
So what happens is, as you yip, he is. Does he have to roll animal handling to pick you up?
I wouldn't. I would say no.
He just picks you up and sets you on the shoulder of his other shoulder, So you are on one shoulder, and the fox is on the other shoulder, and you're just sitting together, and he just kind of like looks at you and pants.
Just a little happy wiggle.
That is an adorable little fox. I swear, Trina would love that.
There is a fox?
Need 2 of them now.
Oh.
Balsam Ivan comes over with his shadow sickle in his mouth and like looks at you.
You done? I can put it away. He'll take out a napkin.
He doesn't let go of it. He's like licking it in his mouth when he's holding it in his teeth, and he just kind of like slowly climbs up on your back, like he wants to be held.
He'll carry him.
Yep.
He'll baby carry him again.
Okay, you're baby carrying this big old fucking panther.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've done it for big dogs before. I'll do it for a panther.
Well, that was quite a delicious meal. Thank you
As
very much.
you've all eaten this food, you've gotten magical buffs. This introduced the system that now, out of character, when the chef goes back with you, when you go on an adventure, you can eat some of his food for a pre-buff before you go in the castle. Because you ate the cactus roast, both Aurora and Graves, you both get a +2 bonus to your dexterity saves and checks.
Sweet.
Spirit Leaf, because you had the special cactus, stuffed cactus pod. I need to roll a dice on what you get.
Oh.
You get
magic.
You get temporary 15 HP points, temp HP, 15 temp HP, and you get a +3 to strength-based checks and saves as a bonus. Balsam,
Neat.
because you had the roasted cold dragon ribs, you have gotten the buff of it has amplified your draconic abilities into true draconic abilities. So when you go to fly as a dragon, instead of flapping your wings constantly, you can do an initial boost of, you can do like an air boost of like 50 feet in the air before you have to start flying. Or if you were to do a breath weapon, it would boost your breath weapon's range and area of effect by double.
Damn.
Or
That's
it
badass.
would, or for example, say you were to like hit something physically, it would boost your physical prowess for a limited time of like, I think a couple hours.
Okay.
What's Celestia's apple pie boost?
His apple pie has boosted his morale, and he is no longer depressed or feels bad. He's in higher spirits, and he gets a bardic inspiration of simple but homely foods.
Aw. Glad I can make my boy happy.
Shall we head back and travel up those stairs now?
Yes. I'll grab Tarkus.
Any change in his characteristics eating dragon meat?
I'm gonna.
Yes, you do have a permanent change.
Oh.
You have gained dragon sight.
Oh, fuck.
So does that mean he now has true sight?
Not
Or
sure
is this because dragons have true sight?
Might be different.
So yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
wondering. Is it going to be a homebrewed dragon sight, which I think would sound really cool, or is it just going to be true sight? Because if it's just true sight, Holy shit! You just got fucking broken all of a sudden.
I doubt that.
1 minute.
True sight. Nothing obscures your vision.
Doubt it's that.
Yeah.
Like that,
What
but
if
not
what
quite.
if it's what if it's just the predator vision for like the aliens and just for dragons?
Yes.
As it should be.
Before we leave, look into my soul. I want to talk to Primordius real quick. But I don't want to shorten his name because shortening his name just gives him the initials of PP.
So you have gotten Dragon Sight Balsam. You can see magical things with an ether outline. So if something's invisible, it comes to you in an ether outline. It technically doesn't obscure your vision, but it can get very messy if there's other magical effects in the area. So say someone's under a cloud of darkness, you would see the darkness as an ethereal effect, and then an ethereal outline of them in that darkness. So it's kind of like messy when you're viewing them, but you can still see them. You can spend 2 key points, though, to boost your sight to become true sight for 1 minute.
You mean
Sorcery points
yeah.
for you.
That is badass.
That is pretty dope, yeah.
Your eyes have become that of a green dragon.
Fuck. I'm telling you, I'm gonna fucking go full dragon at the end of the campaign.
Yeah. if you aren't just full dragon by the end, it's yeah. I'm gonna reach into my soul real quick before we leave the Mojave's. What was it called? Mojave's.
Mojave's flower.
There it was. Mojave's flower. Primordius Pilatus. Got 2 questions for you real quick. First, if you wish for me to continue with it, I shall because I respect it. I would really prefer if I could simply shorten your name, maybe to Primo.
You may call me Prometheus.
Prometheus, I can do that. Prometheus works for me. Second question: would you like to come out and walk around for a little while with everybody? Everybody else seems to have a lot of a number of their.
For normally
I
a
guess.
being would say yes. However, given that I do not care for this form that I am in, I would rather only be summoned when I am necessary, as fate does not like having a mortal coil.
That is understandable. That is understandable. Yes. Okay. Well then, I shall leave you to it. Thank you. And all right, so let's start walking, boys.
I just remembered something. I never asked Coat of Arms how he's doing after he exploded.
Ooh, shit.
I forgot he exploded. Oh no.
Bet he's not feeling too happy about it, is he?
I mean, I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't know he would explode and almost have a heart attack.
Was that an off-session thing?
No, when we went into the temple, when I tried to summon Coat of Arms.
Oh, he was wounded and covered in like scratches and bruises, but they patched him up. He doesn't feel any sort of hatred towards you. He just is like, be aware next time. Like, don't summon me just to die. I don't care for that.
Didn't mean to.
So he has like a little bit of resentment towards you, but it's not like a growing resentment or anything. It's just like a little bit of like, you bitch.
Yeah. I mean, well.
Sassy.
Oh! If he wants, I'll summon him out. If he doesn't want to come out, that's fine.
He's fine where he is.
Duly noted. I still have to find his friend. Maybe that'll make him happier. Are they playing poker again?
No, they're playing bridge.
Oh yeah, now I got a fourth one. They're playing bridge now.
Oh, they're
Well,
playing
what
bridge with
happens
spades.
is
Damn.
Whipped Moon is playing bridge with them, and then summons another one to look behind. You see, like Whipped Moon summons a clone to look
Oh
behind
my!
Flush, and then like kind of like morph back in with Whipped Moon, and then he plays a different card, and Flush is like, "Fuck."
Oh no! They're getting along great. I just look at Graves that he's communing with his spirits. I look over at him. Mine are playing bridge.
Mine doesn't wish to come out. Doesn't like its current form. So
Yeah. I'll leave them to their fun and they're playing bridge.
So
Seem to be having fun.
you continue up the stairs, and you go down a hallway. As you go down the hall, viewing the different windows and such, you come to another bell tower. This one is just the top of the bell tower, as the bottom has been sealed off. And you see there's a staircase that goes up. As you follow the staircase up again, there is a bridge, a fork in the road again. You can go right or continue upwards to a hidden area, sort of like an attic area.
Oh, who wants to go to the spooky attic?
By the way, while we're walking down that hallway, Aurora's also going to ask Weighted Justice if she wants to come out and join everybody.
Weighted Justice simply just responds to you, "I do not have a need to come out yet, as nothing karmatic is within my scales. But you enjoy your time as a fox."
Fair enough. Thank you.
You feel a scritch on your ears.
it's the
I want
creepy
to
attic.
kind of pop out Rat Pack just to hear his voice, because we haven't heard it yet.
Rat Pack is a mute.
What'd you say?
Rat Pack is a mute.
Oh.
Oh.
So as you bring Rat Pack out to
okay.
speak, he just kind of like looks at you and like taps his face and gives like a cut on the throat, and just like lets out a verbal with his hand signal sigh.
Aw.
He pats his head. Oh, it is okay, my friend.
Doll.
And pops
Graves
out Sarik,
signs-
so he's not
Graves.
alone.
Graves full on signs back at it. Do not worry. At least you'll be able to communicate with me.
You know sign? What? That's crazy.
It is necessary in the military. We require it in order to be able to communicate with those who can't hear join the military. It's a required class.
Would Hal know sign with his background or no?
Boss want to
Question.
know.
Yeah. You know, criminal context and all that.
One minute.
I mean, if you're a rogue, you know thieves. Or no, because you're not a rogue.
Yeah, thieves can't.
Just a criminal.
Well, I mean, I have College of Whisper and Way of Shadow as well.
Yep, that's right. You're a monk bard.
Yeah.
Because we had monk bard and monk barb.
Yeah, so Graves actually probably wouldn't know that he's a monk. He's only done bard stuff.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen you punch anything, so
But he would see the instruments on him. He has a violin case and a lyre on his hip that he never uses.
yep. So we could at least make an assumption that you were of the bardic persuasion.
Mm.
So, are you guys going to go up or forward?
Up is the attic, right?
Yes.
Let's go to the attic.
As you
Spooky
go
attic.
into
Follow
the
the
attic,
wind.
you see that there is a statue that has been carved to sit in a red velvet chair. And there
Just
is
the
another
statue.
statue that has been sitting in a blue velvet chair. And in the middle of them, there is a table with a candle on it. This candle is a three-pronged candle. It holds a blue candle on the red chair side and a red candle on the blue chair side, with a purple candle in the middle.
Interesting.
Life balance and order is a must. Can I'd like to like not throw out any particular actual sense, like either my light or my divine, but just like try to get a have a feel for the room. Does it feel good or does it feel evil?
It feels neutral. You don't feel anything.
I don't feel anything.
You feel, well, I shouldn't say that. You feel a neutral energy, but it doesn't feel malice. You just feel anger, in a sense of like two people that have been hotly debating for centuries over a topic.
We're here to settle a debate.
I get that sense. I'm gonna go ahead. Graves will look at the rest of the party before cautiously making his way forward towards the purple candle.
And do the statues that are sitting in these chairs look identical to each other?
They look similar but very different in the same way.
Mm-hmm. Like two sides of the same coin.
Do you light the purple candle?
I would first like to just. I'm gonna try this first. If something is here, would you care to explain before I light this candle?
Nothing happens.
I'll light the purple candle.
Okay, as you light the purple candle, upon doing so, the other two candles then light with a blue flame. Well, sorry, a white flame. As the purple candle turns black. Upon doing so, you see magic mouths appear over both of them. As the one in the blue chair says, "For my good sir, you cannot break the rules of hospitality. You need to set up a proper time and situation for them to come through. You then need to have them take the shoes off at the door, and then take their coat off and be a proper man about things." And then you see the other one light up with a magic mouth. "Oh, a proper man about things? Really? Every man holds his secrets. You should let him keep his coat on so he can keep those things a secret. He doesn't want to let his personal life out. Let him keep his guard up until he finds out what's really going on. But I have nothing to show. Really now, everybody has something to hide. You're telling me you hold no secrets? I hold none at all. You're lying to me, and I know it. How am I lying if I'm telling the truth? I know you're lying. Everybody has something they're hiding."
I got me making arguments. Originally, I was all on the blue side, and then you brought up the secrets to hide.
But I mean, true.
But in order to
Everyone has their secrets.
In order to be hospitable, you need to be truthful. 100% out there. 100% with them. In order to be truthful, you don't need to be 100% with them. You can keep yourself and your personal bindings and still show face to them. To simply be hospitality is to be nice, not to let yourself be open to the wolves. If you're strong enough, you don't need to be open to the wolves. You can punch the wolf in the face and make yourself known as the strongest. That makes no fucking sense.
Graves will interrupt with a, "Excuse me."
They both turn to you.
What? I agree with both of you. I do believe you should be open and honest. And to be 100% hospitable, yes, honesty is a key. But I do believe that every person has their secret. And whether they should be shown or not should be up to said person. So I agree with the both of you. and I shall not choose a side. And I will pinch out both of their flames at the same time.
Before you do that, 1 minute.
Alrighty.
No, go potty. Gunner?
They say, halt 1 moment. Do not pinch out this flame. This debate has been going on long enough. I do not wish to go back to that hellish place, nor do I.
Understandable. I don't believe either of you would want to. But why must this be a debate? Why can the both of you not be correct?
Because there is only one right answer.
There is never simply one right answer. Yes, there must be order, but there is never one correct order. There's never simply one right answer. An equation may be solved in numerous ways. The answer to problems in life may be solved in numerous ways and come to numerous conclusions. Many of them may be wrong.
In other words, you're saying there's a gray area.
Yes. There is a gray area in which both of you may exist simultaneously.
A roll of persuasion.
Okay. That is actually one of my better skills. Let me see if there's anything I can get to add to this. Can I...
Someone want to help him?
I'll help him as well.
Okay, gets roll with advantage.
I will take that, yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 27.
Okay, you've calmed them both down and they've seen reason in the situation. Upon doing so, they feel, since you have certainly made us come together and made us see the different sides of each other, I will most certainly want to be in your presence. Will you allow both of us to accompany you?
If the two of you believe that you can get along and coexist, then I believe that we can all coexist.
Well, we come at each other's throats. We often... they're saying this back and forth, so I'm trying to do the best I can.
You're perfectly fine. You do not have to go
As we
back and
often
forth.
come at each other's throats, we can sometimes agree on other things. Rather, I would pursue it than him, but within my understanding, if he is reasonable, we can have someone find it together for the simpleton in the middle.
Then I accept.
I tried doing two voices at once.
You're perfectly fine.
You did fine.
You did perfectly fine, mate.
Pause. Unpause now. So, unpaused, I shall explain these spirits to you. So, first up, you have Ghost in the Fog. It can be 15 feet from the user. You gain the ability to control one person if they break the rules of hospitality or battle conduct. It can control creatures that don't follow the rules, and
And he always comes with tea and cookies.
and other things of the such. And then you have Dead Man Walking, which can be 15 feet from the user and reveals all hidden targets that hides from your sight. The spirit in which can use...
Can you repeat that first one, please?
It's in the Stands and Spirits.
Oh, okay, got it. Ghost in the Fog. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so as I was saying, when there's Dead Man Walking, the spirit can basically makes a veil over you in which spells cannot really... What the fuck did I write here?
Yeah, that's...
I think it's supposed to be this spirit can switch stealth or spells around, making a veil.
You instead, any damage that would hit him is then stored on me as temp HP. And the first one gains control over a target if they break the rules of hospitality or battle conduct. I'm guessing that is. Yeah, those two complement me pretty well, actually.
I really, really need to know more about Ghost in the
Basically,
Fog, specifically.
I'm actually as soon as they join me, I'm gonna summon them out and just for them to have a feel for themselves in their mortal coil.
so as both of them appear, Ghost in the Fog appears as a well-tailored suit of a butler containing a white cloth and always carrying a tray with tea, biscuits, and a cup on it, of a teacup. And it simply has a head of white fumigating fog around it, with then Dead Man walking, holding a that is summoned out, and he is sitting on an ethereal shadow-like chair, and is dressed in a well-tailored suit, and is almost a shadow that creeps up, almost digging its roots into reality of
That's a toxic
black
thing.
smoke. And upon doing so, I'll rewrite this ability real quick, as it's supposed to be something different.
You
Anybody else curious what the rules of hospitality are?
well,
Yeah,
if you know,
No, that's
if
just
you know
you.
if you know the rules of hospitality, it's just like gentlemanly, like British terms of hospitality, and with battle conduct, like don't be cheap, no below the belt, no throwing dust in the eyes, kind of stuff like that. Following the
And then
rules.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what all the. I had to look up the British rules of hospitality myself because I'm not even too familiar with them.
Mm.
So
Because in
I'm not
Britain,
British.
you
the
can
way that I was wanting it to work, because I was super tired when I wrote this one, this spirit can cause a veil around you that makes spells re-roll / recheck things. If it misses you, the damage that it would do is converted into temp HP instead.
Mm.
Now that is a great fucking ability. I'm not even. That is fucking great. I love that. I love that. That is really good. That is a really good ability. All right, y'all.
It also
Well,
gives you shadow sight and dark vision. Shadow sight being if something is in darkness that would normally be concealed in darkness, it comes up as a muddy figure in the darkness, but you can't exactly. You still have disadvantage. You can just tell something's in there. And dark vision, obviously, dark vision.
Yep.
Mm.
All right.
I wanted to like say or do something before you go.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say when Hal looks at these two like bickering with each other, he looks incredibly sad and just looks down and away from them.
Halifax, you look quite sullen. Are you I mean, I suppose I should show concern over my comrades, I presume. So are you okay?
They just remind me a lot of my sister, my twin sister. We used to bicker like that a lot.
Ah, well, I'm sure that you still do.
No,
Ah, well.
she's no longer of this world. Unfortunate.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Unfortunately, I'm unaware of the feeling, but I'm sure that it breaks horribly.
You just hear Aurora whine.
I can't wait for that hour to be up and you to turn back into a full-grown elf and collapse on this man's shoulder.
Oh, you mean 7 hours?
I'm sorry, your wild shape lasts for 1 hour per wild shape.
7 hours.
Because she's high level. But Hal will say is like, trust me, it's not a good feeling to lose your other half.
I don't
But
mean to interrupt, but while you are leaving Alpha, does everyone wish to continue?
Honestly,
What's up,
Huh?
Aurora?
I gotta get going because
Okay.
Alex needs me after this as well. So
Okay.
Mm.
So, with that said, are you going to transport yourselves back to the castle?
Yeah, might as well. That way we
Okay.
can get our chef friend out of here.
As you teleport back to the castle, the chef says, "This is excellent, my friends, for I shall get a small hut in the kitchen going here," as he carried a backpack with him of all of his supplies.
Nice.
He sets you off of his shoulder and onto the ground, and then sets Bronze on the ground. "Now go play in the forest."
Oh.
Aurora's gonna dart off, leading the way.
Bronze runs after you. With that said, we shall end the session here.